Welcome to 2 Minutes Daily Global Market Pulse. From Ukraine's boldest strike of the war to a global wave of economic tremors. Here's your full update. Ukraine says it has carried out its most significant long-range strike of the war, using smuggled drones to hit 4 Russian airbases. The target 40 military aircraft including bombers. Estimated damage? $7 billion. If verified, this marks a major blow to Russian air capabilities. Meanwhile, the dollar index fell below 99 as U.S.-China trade tensions reignited. President Trump announced a tariff hike on steel and aluminum, doubling them to 50% starting June 4th. China fired back, calling U.S. accusations groundless and threatening strong countermeasures. A planned Trump-Xi call now hangs in uncertainty. U.S. markets are watching closely as investors await the monthly jobs report due Friday, data that could shape the Fed's path. Over in India, markets slid 478 points, driven by metal stocks reacting to U.S. tariff news. India's manufacturing PMI dipped to 57.6 in May, a 3-month low but still signaling strong growth. Demand remains firm, hiring hit a record, but inflation is keeping pressure on business sentiment. Indonesia's trade surplus nosedived to just $0.15 billion in April, the weakest since 2020. While exports rose, especially to ASEAN, and the U.S. imports surged nearly 22% amid a rush to beat new tariffs. In China, May data is a mixed bag. Manufacturing PMI rose to 49.5, but that's still contraction. Services slowed to 50.3, barely above the neutral mark. U.S. tariffs and weak demand are keeping Beijing's stimulus efforts under strain. Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC+, will raise oil output by 411,000 barrels per day in July, responding to tight inventories and stable demand. But the group says it's ready to reverse course if conditions shift. Goldman Sachs expects this to be the last increase under the current plan. And finally, U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent says America will never default, despite the looming debt ceiling. Talks are tied to Trump's tax bill. No official X date yet, but analysts warn of a cash crunch by August. The clock is ticking.